So the University of Melbourne has decided to go full femtard and institute blatant sexist hiring policies. The moral crusaders in the School of Mathematics and Statistics are attempting to drive change in the male-dominated area of mathematic academia. Quote, "Only about a quarter of all mathematics academics in Australia are female, and the university is now advertising 3 positions in its School of Mathematics and Statistics for female applicants only." Question: will there be a similar move from this and other universities in Australia to advertise for more male-only academic staff in female-dominated fields? What's that? Didn't think so. Back to the article. The head of the School of Mathematics and Statistics, Professor Alex... Now, I couldn't pronounce the good professor's last name, so I went to Google Translate, and it turns out that it's Polish, and the correct pronunciation is something like Ovtarek. But since I don't want to massacre the good professor's last name, I'm just going to go with the English translation, which is sheepdog. So Professor Sheepdog, look, I'm not bullshitting you. Type it in yourself and see what you get. Anyway, Professor Sheepdog said the decision had been taken to promote change. Quote, "We clearly have an issue with attracting female applicants appropriately to our workforce," Professor Sheepdog said. Well, you know me, I thought I'd check out exactly how misogynistic Melbourne University's School of Mathematics and Statistics is. Firstly, I went to the Australian Mathematical Sciences Institute and found this 2013 survey of mathematical sciences at Australian universities. And just as the article suggested, only about a quarter of all mathematics academics in Australia are female. So then I went to the Melbourne University School of Mathematics and Statistics academic staff page, and here we find the great injustice. Out of the 57 academic staff listed, only 11 or 19% are women. How do they sleep at night? You maniacs! And of course, it gets worse. From the original article, we learned that at the highest academic rank of professor, it's only 9% women. And the reason? You guessed it. Unconscious bias which sees men promoted more often than women. Of course, no evidence is offered to substantiate that claim, so I'll invoke my inner Christopher Hitchens and state what can be asserted without evidence can also be dismissed without evidence. But I'll go one step further and offer a study from Cornell University in the US that found a 2-to-1 preference for women over men for STEM faculty positions. Quote, "The only evidence of bias the authors discovered was in favour of women. Faculty in all 4 disciplines preferred female applicants to male candidates, with the exception of male economists, who showed no gender preference." And why would we expect women to make up a significantly higher percentage of academic staff when from the same survey cited earlier, we learn they make up only a slightly higher proportion of undergraduate math students? It's certainly not the pay gap fairy, since according to last year's grad stats, female graduates in mathematics earn slightly more than their male counterparts. So let's back up for a moment and address the real problem here, and that is starting with a false premise. The false premise being, just because women are underrepresented in some aspect of society, that this is an imbalance that needs to be corrected. It doesn't. It's fine if men dominate some fields and women dominate others. And it's very revealing that any time there is an underrepresentation of men, feminists are silent. So why did Professor Sheepdog feel the need to announce this to the world? Is this just virtue signalling about how diverse they are? Was he under pressure from the university to do so? The hard sciences are the last bastion of intellectual rigour, and when they start becoming infected with social justice causes, that should be a concern for everyone. Shut up and eat your food.